Hello Loomers, this is Made by Mommy, and today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute bunny ears that will fit on dolls like Barbie dolls or will fit around plastic eggs for Easter. So I hope you'll have a lot of fun making this with me today. To make it, you'll need a loom and you'll need a hook and you'll need about 86 rubber bands for whatever color you want the band and the outside of the ears to be, and 8 rubber bands for the inside color of the ears. And to begin, we're going to make the loop that goes around the head, and to do that, we're just going to make a basic single bracelet chain by putting 2 rubber bands at a time in a straight line down the side of our loom. You could, if you're short on rubber bands, use just 1 rubber band in a position for this part. I just like how 2 looks a little more solid and sturdy without extra work. But if you're conserving rubber bands, 1 at a time will do the job. So keep on going in the straight line all the way down the whole length of your loom in order to get the length that you would need to fit around an average doll head or an average plastic egg. And once you get down to the very end of your loom, you'll just need to add another single band that I wrap and twist around 3 times to be the start. So we'll get this ready, starting at the bottom, pull back, hold that cap down so it doesn't pop up, and move forward. All the way down the length. If I'm going fast, feel free to use the magical pause button until you catch up. And then continue, straight line all the way up the length of your loom. And for this last one, I'm just going to add a single band because it's much easier to seat clip a single band. Putting that in, bringing it up. And so once I have my 2 sides on the hook, bringing it to the thicker portion so that it doesn't pop off while I'm pulling my chain, like that. And then you can take this whole length off. And get yourself a clip to hold that secure. And then we can begin constructing our ears 1 at a time. Taking out my little C-clip. If you have an S-clip, that's fine too. Just something to hold this for later. So that is the loop that will go around. And we can start constructing the ear itself. And that's what it's going to look like. So taking the color that you want on the outside and putting 2 at a time, starting from where the arrow is with your loom in the staggered position. And the other side as well. And in the center then, the other color that you want for the ears, the color that will be the inside of the ear. 2 at a time. Whoops, dropped a rubber band in the bottom. Okay, so once you've put 4 pairs of rubber bands in that middle color, you want to put 2 in the color of the outside of the ear. And then we're going to add the outside color in on the angle to the middle. From both of the sides. Slide that stack down. And then 2 more to create the tip of the ear, going straight forward. And we're going to put a cap right here by wrapping around 3 times. So that's all the bands we need for one of our ears. I'm going to move these out of the way so the camera can focus a little bit easier as I show how to use your hook to connect these bands together. So starting here, we're going to catch the 2 bands, putting your thumb on that cap so it doesn't pop up. Bring them forward, and then take your 2 bands that are on the top of the stack, on the diagonal to the side, and the other side, in the center. Oh, and before we continue, we need to lay across these bands so that the ear won't separate. And to do that, go those 3, stretch and twist and fold over, and do that again for this position. And here as well. Okay, and now we continue. Doesn't matter if you do, which row you do first, as long as you've gotten your 3 started here, then each of these rows is independent. But just make sure you've hooked from here to here first, and then you can do the right side, the center, and the left side. So once you've finished looping all those bands, you're going to take the chain you created in the beginning and string it through all of these bands. So placing your hook, you want to catch and pull it up, And then repeat in the middle row, catching that cap and pulling it up. And finally on the other side, catching that cap band with your hook and pulling it up so that all 3 of those rows are secured, and then you can pop them off the loom. And you now have 1 bunny ear on your band. And we can set that aside and begin placing the bands for the other ear. So again, we're going to start where the arrow is and taking our outside color, place pairs of bands. In the first 4 positions. This chart, as usual, will be available to print out at madebymommy.com if you want to have it for your reference. The middle row, you're going to switch colors for the first 4 positions, again adding 2 at a time, so that your bunny ear will be nice and sturdy. 1 at a time will have the same shape, but it will be more floppy and light will shine through it. So maybe you'll like it that way. I like it with 2 rubber bands. Choices in life are good. Here we keep going. Before any of you comment that my voice sounds different today, I do have a cold. I apologize if that makes me any less clear. I just didn't want to wait to show you this design until the cold went away. So once I've gotten my 4, and my 4, and then that 1 of the outside color in the middle here, we're going to bring in our 2 on the angle and the 2 on the angle. Slide those down a little bit. 2 going forward to create the tip of the ear. And the cap band. Woo! It's popping off on me. So we'll take that, stretch it, and wrap it around 3 times. Create a really cute tip. And this time I'm going to remember to put those cap bands on now. So starting from here, around the 3 in a triangle, stretch and bring over. And in the middle row, another one. Stretch, twist, and bring over. That's what holds the sides together. And again, stretch, twist, and bring over. Like that. Okay. All of the bands are in place so that our bunny can have 2 ears. Yay! Move that out of the way. And begin down here. Pulling back that cap band to catch the 2 bands underneath. Thumb on the cap so it doesn't pop off. And we go forward. And then we take the top 2 and we bring them on the angle back to where the rubber band began. And then we get the 2 that go the other way. Oops, that's Oh, you know, there's two. I thought I only had one, but I have two. And then the two in the middle that are going straight ahead. And then we can do at either side or the middle because they're all ready to go because we have this great shape down here. I'm going to go left to right this time. And another. And we go again. And in the middle now, starting from where we've already looped, making sure not to skip any places. And on the right side. Okay, so now we've got our second ear set up on the loom. Our first ear is already attached to the band, and we're going to string through the second ear, put your hook in, catch the two bands on the cap, and pull it up. And then the second section, catch those two bands on the cap and pull them up. And the third section, put your hook in, catch that cap band again, and pull up. And then we are ready to take the second ear off the loom. I'll get that all together and pop it off. Why I'm trying to hold the hook while I do this makes no sense at all. There we go. It's easier when you're not holding too much in your hand. And now our second bunny ear is off. And we'll want to bring our C-clip from this side around, catching at least two of the loops from the cap band. 3 if for some reason you want the band to be even tighter, but 2 is good enough. And then center your ears. Give them a little tug to straighten out any bands that got out of place in the process. And if it's your preference, you can bend down the tips of the ears. I hope you enjoyed making bunny ears with me today. If you did, please subscribe, like, and comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And check out my channel for extra videos like the Easter eggs and the jelly bean bracelet and the Easter egg bracelet, along with the entire alphabet. I have videos for every letter in your name. Thank you so much for watching. Happy looming, and I look forward to seeing you here again soon. Bye-bye.